What's going on, guys? Broomstick here. I want to talk about I want to do everything, but there's not enough time to do everything. But you also can't do nothing. So that's kind of how I've been feeling lately. Here's some of the shit I really want to do and really fucking go at it full force, full effort. Honestly, I need to be doing some more Looksmaxing, man. Gotta be hitting the gym harder. Probably consider like a supplement stack. I gotta be going to some like workout classes. I gotta be talking to more women. I got to clean up my diet. I gotta eat better. I gotta figure out what's going on with my soda addiction. Is that tied to like ADHD? What's up with that? Why can I not physically be content with the world unless I have a sugary beverage once every 24 to 48 hours? I want to get more educated. I don't know if you guys already know this. I have a master's degree. I'm the definition of underemployed white male in the United States of America right now. And I've been working on it, and things are getting a lot better. I think, honestly, the base Pluto has given out some really good career advice, and I'm getting a lot more interviews now, at least after kind of following some of the stuff he's talked about. And I think I'm much more in a field, like I can transition pretty seamlessly from what I got educated in into this new field of IT pretty well, because there's a huge ton of tie-in and crossover for a lot of jobs out there. I need to be doing that. I need to get more educated. Masters in AI ML, masters in cloud. Do I want to go to law school? Think about this, guys. Like, law school, if you guys are sitting there, you're a fucking chud. You don't know how to, like, have an impact, change on the world. You feel like you're just a normie. Law school is not a nothing route, guys. Think about this. Like, it's all fine and dandy if you want to support, like, whoever it might be, Myron Gaines, Fuentes, even Donald Trump, JD Vance, whatever the fuck it is, right? But if you guys just chud around playing League of Legends, you guys just, beat off to TikTok girl. I'm not judging, man. I've been there. You guys do whatever DJ and stuff you can do in this day and age. I get it, man. And time will pass you by. One of the only ways you can actually slow down time is interface with hard and difficult shit and kind of purposefully make your life more difficult. But I think what's tough right now in this day and age is, like, there's no carrot on the end of the stick anymore for hard work all the time. And so that's why it's really hard for a lot of guys, myself included, to really kind of like kick your ass into gear and go get what's yours, not to be like the go-getter here, right? But like, man, like, that's just what I'm saying. Because let's say 4 years pass us by from today. We're in 2030. What have you done in that time versus, like, what if you did go get that master's in AI ML? What if you did go get the master's in cloud? What if you did go to law school? You know what I'm saying, guys? So it's hard to, like, not justify doing stuff, but then, I'm gonna keep going because there's more shit I gotta do. I'm not dating women. Why am I not? Am I putting in enough effort? Well, kind of. Maybe I'm just, like, swiping a little bit every day. I'm not actively, like, really approaching. I'm not putting myself in position to talk to women. I was talking earlier about I'm not going to workout classes and stuff. I'm just doing everything on my own time. There's solace in that, but it's also it's solitude, but it's also, when you do want to be around people, it goes from being solitude to being genuine kind of a momentary loneliness, So there's just so much more shit I gotta do, guys. Even the Looksmaxing stuff takes so much time because, it's like there's dental aspects, there's the fitness aspects, the diet and supplement stack aspects, so much stuff. If I'm being dead ass honest with you guys, I don't really have man boobs, don't get me wrong. I have a pretty, like, decently developed physique and all that. But I read that, like, something like 50 to 60% of all guys have, like, some kind of gynecomastia, even if it's like a low grade level 1 kind of thing where if you put on some pectoral muscles, it kind of hides it. It's still like, speaking as someone who has that kind of like low grade kind of thing, and actually did get it like looked at by at least a physician assistant looked at it and confirmed my suspicion, is something about that is it's just it feels fucking weird, man. Like I don't feel like my chest looks as aesthetic as it could, but it's also like, you know, you get the surgery, then you probably have slits in your nipples and shit where the inserts were for the surgery. So man, like with something like that, man, and Looksmaxing, I guess all you can really do is kind of like develop out your chest and try to like mask it, but you just know that you're gonna have this kind of like not as aesthetic looking chest as you could if you just were not one of those guys who didn't have it. And the thing is, like, gyno, it's literally just all the hormonal shit, you know, all the DHT, all the BPAs, BHAs in the water, the phytoestrogens, guys. Like, that's literally why so many guys are getting gyno now. And it's really weird because I'm actually a very in shape guy, and what it was just a shitty diet. Like as a kid, you know, you eat Taco Bell like 3-4 eggs a week or something like that. Can't expect to like not get gyno down the line, or even if you go through like one fat phase in your hormonally sound years, anywhere from 13 to 22, 23-ish, you know, if you have any kind of like fat phase in between there, probably gonna be one of these guys ends up getting gyno. And you might not think you have it, but if you really dig down in there, you know, I probably would bet like half of all my viewers have some kind of glandular, you know, thing that probably is some low level gyno. But yeah, like that's what's fucking pissing me off about Looksmaxing and shit like that. Is like, if I'm being honest, the list is too long for all the shit I'd want to do. You know, Fuentes was streaming with some Looksmaxing guy, and Fuentes asked him like a genuine question. It's like, hey, you know, what would you do? You know, you're the Looksmaxing expert. You're me. What would you do for Looksmaxing? The first thing the guy fucking asks him is like, oh, well, since you're 26, you got to consider finasteride, bro. Bruh, what the fuck? So I got to take like hormonally disruptive like hair pills. I think 5% of all people who get on these hair pills, their dick stops working. Shit like that. So like that's kind of just fucking annoying thinking about that with like age and stuff and all the Looksmaxing I'd probably want to have to do. Also, you know, this IT shit I was talking about, if you want to get an IT, the thing is, like, you know, this is far from the universe where in like 2012, 2016 job market or so, right? You could literally just learn like a coding language, and then you would you'd be fine. Like, you know, someone would pick you up like a dev engineer, developer, you know, pay you decent salary, 60K or higher easily. You know, especially if you have a computer science degree, probably like 70, 80K. But the IT world now is so different. So I don't know if you guys know this, but those GPT, Google Gemini, all those LLMs, language learning models, they can do coding better than like master's students of comp sci and stuff like that can. And there's actually companies called vibe coding companies where these people literally have no coding skill at all, and they're able to set up very complicated like websites and HTML, all this kind of, like, they fucking do all this shit just by prompting the AIs like, hey, create me this, and they'll like create a whole new kind of like company with its own website, and it sells its own product and stuff. But so that's the point, is like coding is hella dead, but like you gotta be good at like everything else almost, it feels like. So the foundation is networking, right? How information moves. But then it's not just that. Like, if you really want one of these decent jobs, $30 an hour or higher, you got to know some network security. You also got to know cybersecurity. You got to know cloud. Like, there's so much stuff in every single one of those things I talked about. Networking, cybersecurity, cloud. It's its like own fucking deep iceberg topic in and of itself. And you have to be good at all three of them. So it's crazy, guys. I'm 28 right now. I just don't feel like I have enough time in the world right now. There's this video on YouTube called the Vegas Tunnels from Channel 5. And in the beginning, there's this like hobo singing. He's like, think you got time. Time's never on your side. That's how I fucking feel right now, guys. Like I'm in a panic. I gotta get back on the quitting of the weed. I've been really proud of myself for the weed use this year. It's been much more in control. I'm one of those guys where I was, using daily, like years on end. This year particularly, I got pretty like conscious about it. Because I just need to know what my like sober self is like. So I did do, I've done at least like 2 months off weed this year. I remember one break was a full month, and the other breaks were 2 weeks, 2 breaks, 2 weeks, each. So about like a clean 2 months at least. And then every now and then I'll just kind of like skip a random day and stuff like that too. So I've been, I don't know, but lately, man, when I'm just so fucking pissed at the world and shit, and that's really like my only vice too. I don't really do like candies or, beyond like a little soda pop or weed. That's really, my only vice. I'm not too destructive or nothing. With like, as far as like stuff I put in my body outside of that, I'd say. Ah, man, shit, guys. There's just not enough time, man. And these crimson capsulars, right? These red capsulars, they'll go, men get better with age, bro. Just wait till your 30s. Rollo Tomato will be like, men shouldn't be dating until they're 38. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, okay, guys, you don't understand how bad it gets. Like, with these women, I'm telling you guys, there's a level of kind of coolness they have. If you're dating a woman who's 20, 21, 22, maybe even sometimes 23, depending on the family and where she comes from, like in a sense, kind of like, they're so much more easier to just kind of like fall into your frame, and you actually have like good dates and good experiences with those kinds of women, right? There's something about those, like, and then I'll also say this, right? There's also the 24 to 25 bracket. That's like the women where they come out of that kind of like prime age range, and then they have like the 1 to 2 years of corporate job experience. Now, these women typically, honestly, aren't as hot. Obviously, they're a little older, a little bit out of the prime. Maybe the world weighed on them a little bit. It kind of like impacts their looks. But I'll also say this: they're a little bit more humble. They're a little bit more negotiable as far as like, you just trying to get into some kind of relationship, get some smash going. But then this is the last thing, guys. Honestly, starting at like age, it starts this fucking early, guys. Age 26, all that puppy love shit's out the window. It's what do you do? What can you do for me? Like, it becomes so conditional, any kind of relationship and stuff. And then the thing is, like, they're not nearly as hot. 28, 29-year-old girl, typically, there are exceptions, but typically they're not nearly as hot. They're more bitchy. They got more of a fucking shit list to do. Hey guys, as you get older, it's gonna be harder to meet those women I described in the first two age groups, man. You got maybe a little bit more time with like the 24s and 25s guys, but those 22-year-old women, they're really only checking for like 25-year-old guys max. Like, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this in real time, you guys. I'm on the dating apps, and I'm noticing I'm not seeing as many girls in my age range now. And I fucking know it's because I'm getting older, and therefore, because I'm not in their age range, we're not able to see each other's profiles. I know this. I'm going through all the apps faster, and I see the decline in the quality of women on the apps. Like, there's no time right now, guys. Like, everything is make or break right now. The techno-feudalism of the world it's coming fast, guys. Like it's already here, fucking damn near. The pandemic sped everything up. So whatever modicum of society left that's familiar that you can cling to, but also you feel like you can navigate around and you can maybe make headway in, you gotta go full steam right now, guys, because I don't know, what this is gonna look like 2, 3, 4 years out. The 2030s are looking really scary right now for any guy listening to this, anyone in these kinds of like situations. So, but yeah, guys, there's no time. There's no time, guys. So I don't know, man. It really does worry and concern me, but let me know you guys' thoughts. What are you guys working on right now? Are you conscious of the passage of time? Do you feel like you have enough time for the kind of like goals you're working on? Let me know.